Hi, kindergartners. I have been going for walks every day since we've been away from school, and I've been noticing some things are changing outside. I've noticed all the snow is gone, it's warmer outside, and there's lots and lots of flowers. I've also seen a lot of birds. So today I want to read you about the season of spring. This book is called Spring Changes. The author, the person who wrote the words, is Ellen B. Sinisi. This book does not have an illustrator because it doesn't have paintings or drawings. It has photographs. So the author wrote the words, but somebody used a camera to take the pictures. All right, spring changes. You need to watch and see what changes happen in spring because at the end of our book, you're going to write about spring. What is one of the first signs of spring? Pussy willows. You know spring is coming when you see their soft gray buds pop out in the chilly air. So buds on trees, that's one thing that tells us spring is coming. The weather is still cold from winter. The sun is slowly warming up the earth. Except for evergreens, other trees and plants are still bare and brown. We learned about evergreens, remember? They stay green all year, but the deciduous trees lose their leaves, and in spring they start to grow back. Daylight lasts longer and longer. The weather keeps changing. It can be snowy or rainy or windy or sunny, maybe even all in the same day. Here's some kids playing outside. Snow melts, rain falls, there is mud and dirt everywhere. Water and sunlight help roots and seeds grow into plants. New plants grow right through the dirt and into the open air. So we learned about plants and we know that they have roots under the ground and leaves up on top that help catch the sunlight. Like magic, plants change and grow. So these are 4 different pictures of a plant called a peony. It starts out small, it gets taller and taller, it has some leaves, and then it has beautiful flowers. Okay, so spring makes all these changes happen. Leaf buds push their ways out of woody branches. So deciduous trees start to have buds on them. The buds unfold slowly into bright green leaves on trees and bushes. So here's a little girl looking at some leaves on bushes. More buds form as flowers get ready to open and bloom. I've been seeing lots of flowers blooming. Some flowers bloom early in the spring, others bloom later in the spring. So you can see this one, this is a crocus. It blooms when there's still snow. But this flower is a lilac and it blooms later after the snow is all gone. Soon the spring air is warm and inviting and many flowers open wide to the rain and sun. There's a beautiful yellow flower. And then on this picture, there's a boy and a girl smelling the flowers. In spring, warm weather means we don't need coats or boots. I remember during winter when we had recess, we had to put a lot of things on. We don't need those anymore. People plant gardens in the spring. It's exciting to watch plants grow, especially ones you will be able to eat later. They're adding some seeds and some seedlings to their garden. There's a feeling of excitement in the warm, sunny air. Outside is the only place you want to be. Okay, spring makes you have a good feeling. Good winter is over and things are changing. Look around, living creatures are suddenly everywhere. Some wake up after sleeping through the cold winter. So a frog, a duck, a squirrel. Others come alive for the first time in spring. Many come back after going south for the winter. So here's a bee, and a butterfly, and a bird. And they fly south during the winter because it's too cold here. Many baby animals are born in spring. So here's a little girl feeding a cow. They want to run and play like people do. sheep. People celebrate spring holidays. There's Mother's Day and Father's Day. Mother's Day is coming up pretty soon. Father's Day is a little bit away still. Some families celebrate Passover or Easter. So here's a picture of the holiday Passover, and here's a picture of Easter. Okay, and both of those are already passed. But most of all, people welcome new life and sunny warmth in the spring. Look around and see. Spring changes are everywhere. Soon, with barely a whisper, spring slips into summer. So we know that after winter comes spring, and after spring comes summer. Okay, so today you're going to write about something that happens in the spring. You can write about baby animals, or birds, or insects, or flowers, whichever you choose. So I wrote, in spring, flowers bloom. And I drew some different kinds of flowers that I've been seeing on my walks. In is not tricky. I used my sounds. In. Then spring, I looked at the front of the book. S-P-R-I-N-G. I could also use my sounds. S-P-R-I-N-G. Spring. Then I had to write flowers. F-O-A-U-R-Z. Flowers. Bloom. When I say the word bloom, I hear the color blue. So I wrote blue. In spring, flowers bloom. I remembered spaces between my words. I had a capital letter at the beginning and a period at the end. So what I want you to do today is start with the words in spring, and then tell me something that happens in spring. Write about something that changes in the spring, and then draw me a picture, and you can show it to me next time you see me. Okay? See ya.